Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Young Hover here at the CCP.
Shit, I thought we had Jay-Z on for a second.
He's here. What you talking about?
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
Young Hover.
yeah, I'm going off beat, sipping on this coffee. No, I'm good.
Google, the producer. Yo, B, I'll be home soon. Tell Blue Ivy too, yeah. Make sure she does her homework.
Yo,
Hey,
welcome
hey.
back to the
Welcome.
CCP. That is
Culture Coverage Podcast.
Where we cover the culture, baby.
Cheer, your boys.
We out here, baby. Welcome to the
Hey,
Culture
hey,
Coverage
hey.
Podcast. We are bike
Come on.
like we never left.
Fuck we doing this for?
It's your boy Jay Lamont.
It's your boy Freddie Focus.
Kuko Cigar and the beat.
We out here, baby.
So we gonna get straight into it. It is middle of February now. And we just had the Grammys, right? You know, this is the Culture Podcast. You know
Let's
what
cover
I'm
the
saying?
culture.
So, there's a lot of you shaking the glass. There's a lot of different opinions about the Grammys and what that means, to the artist, especially in the hip hop industry and our culture. We send a lot of videos back and forth about to each other, and we realize that the Grammys are decided by what you have to be a member.
Yeah. You have to be a member of the society. I don't know, the Illuminati. to like, it's like a vote of like a 200 plus people.
You gotta go to a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Once you've been at a Diddy party, you get a vote.
Yeah. But then he got somebody mad at that party, so you don't have to go to Diddy parties no more.
Right.
They shut that down, as we all know.
Come on.
No, but anyway. So we saw a video and it pretty much was telling us that like the way that it works is, you have to be a member of the Grammy organization. So all the artists that are nominated, they have a membership.
Yes.
And those people who have memberships, they also can vote. So they're basically voting amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in sports when the players have like a vote amongst the players, so to speak.
Mhm.
So in a sense, they're kind of like, it hurts themselves because they probably don't have a lot of hip hop heads in there voting.
Well, I mean, obviously they do
it's a
literally have hip hop heads.
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of R&B heads, people that don't even listen to hip hop. So that's people were upset at like Killer Mike winning the award. But what happens is that it's like a whole. It's not just numbers. That's what these kids be thinking about. Oh, it's numbers. How can he? I don't even know who this guy is. No, they vote on the whole collective sound, cohesiveness, producer. Like it's
different.
It's a whole chart they go by. So a guy that doesn't even listen to hip hop is gonna listen to it with a musician ear, and
Right.
that's how these things are voted.
And that's important. And we do need a lot of that in the culture because a lot of times it just people are faking their numbers and you got just people who gravitate towards one scene. But I think it is real hip hop heads listening and heard Killer Mike in comparison to the other ones and was like, oh, this motherfucker talking about something, which is why I say
Yeah, Killer Mike is fire.
we need that.
What we talking about?
So
Yeah.
I did want to ask y'all, did you guys listen to the album?
I heard some of the tracks.
Killer Mike album?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great album.
Great album.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be real. Like I've never really been a big fan of Killer Mike.
Mhm.
So I really don't know what to base it off of.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to the whole album. I've heard snippets here and there, but me and Kuko was talking about it. I'm not a big fan of his voice that much either. But
He said either.
yeah, cause me and Kuko was talking about this.
I ain't say either.
He-
He say
Kuko scared to put this out. But nah, anyway, like I said, like I'm not a huge fan of Killer Mike in general. So like I felt like once I heard he won the Grammy, I'm like, all right, now I gotta go listen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, you're somebody who's actually listened to it. So like I want to get your perspective, like how you felt about it.
It's a good, cohesive album, great production. This is the first album where Killer Mike kind of comes out of his shell and kind of lets everybody know about his life. It's an album he actually did himself, like independently. Took out his own money and actually put this album together. It wasn't it was a body of work that he was very passionate about.
Yeah.
So like he put his heart and soul into this album to the point where his wife was like, "Bro, you just took out $500K on this album. What's going on?" And he had a little beef with his wife at first, but look at the rewards is coming to his lap now, man. He put the work in, man. It's a good album, great album.
Some people say he hacked the Grammys and that's why he got arrested at the end.
What happened with that? I never got the follow up on that.
I heard it was something completely, obviously unrelated to what was going on at the Grammys. I don't know what it was for though. But I didn't hear about the hack in the Grammys.
It's probably a rumor.
That was probably like memes and stuff because nobody knew who Killer Mike was. Like,
or I just made it up right now.
I don't know.
CCP doing shit.
Maybe he got like a private investigator dress up as cops and take him out, so it could be like the man got me after winning, blah blah blah. Like at first I thought that he hacked the thing.
What I was saying.
Yeah, it just I was like, all thoughts ran through all of our heads, but till now I haven't got a follow up. I haven't seen nothing about it.
He got into something. It just said he got into an altercation with somebody.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes, that's what he got into.
But it was like beforehand. Like it wasn't like I don't think it was at the Grammys.
It was at the Grammys.
It was at the Grammys that the incident happened too.
He got arrested at the Grammys.
I know he got arrested at the
actually,
Grammys,
I don't
but
know.
I think he got arrested at the Grammys for something that happened like before the Grammys even started.
Oh wow.
They was just probably like, "Oh, this motherfucker's at the Grammys. He just won the award. Let's go get him.
Wow.
he's there. He just went up on stage and accepted the award.
Yeah, hey,
Let's get him.
If y'all got information on that, leave that in the comments, man. For real.
real.
Read that shit.
No, but
You
otherwise,
think it's worthy? You think it was worthy of the award? You think it was the best album, the best hip hop album of 2023?
Out of the nominees.
what we're gonna put against that? Travis Scott album. I listened to the album for like 1 week, and I think I like maybe 2 records out of the album. I know it's all.
I got to strongly disagree with that.
This is what it's for. This is CCP motherfucking podcast, bitch.
Nah, man. The Travis Scott album wasn't rememberable for me. Like I was on it for 1 week, and then I kind of like didn't want to listen to it no more.
So my thoughts on Travis Scott's Utopia. I feel like, in my opinion, I'm not gonna say that it was true hip hop culture album of the year because this is a culture podcast, so we gotta speak on the culture, right? But I do think this day and age of hip hop that this is the best. That was the best modern hip hop album that has been.
That's
out.
a dope perspective.
Because the way and why I like Travis Scott too is because of his production.
That's what I'm about to say.
His production is
Good album.
It's Kanye West level.
It's Kanye West, and Kanye West, I believe, co-produced a lot of that album with him too. So he was. But I mean, I feel like the production was those beats. I don't even need his lyrics on it, and I can just vibe out to the beats of Utopia. But I thought the album was special, just as Astroworld. But I will agree. Somebody had I forget where I seen this, but I think it was a meme, and they pretty much said, you know, Travis Scott didn't get snubbed. You can't be out here at the Grammys screaming "Fiend, Fiend, 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 Fiend," and you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like that's
was it on beat though? Because
but I mean, but that's for the ragers. That's for the ragers. That's for the festivals. That's for the ragers. It's different. Like that's like anybody. Honestly, anybody who's got energy can go out there and do that part of the performing. If that makes sense. Anybody can go get out there, jump up and down, and scream a word. You know what I'm saying? But that don't take away from what Travis Scott does too. You know what I mean? But that's how I can understand how when it gets down to like the aspects of like the hip hop, we're not gonna vote for Travis Scott to win the Album of the Year award because of that. It's almost like he's not. It's almost like I don't want to say he's not hip hop, but he's more like experimental.
Yeah, another thing is too.
Undefined.
Another thing, he goes different avenues. He does. He's not scared to try new things.
Right.
But the vote is done way before that performance is even done. The vote's already in.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know it don't have nothing to do with that performance.
I'm saying to the person whoever said that.
Right.
The vote's already in there. A lot of it's a mixture. I heard also that the vote. Oh, I don't know. The mixture is also it's a mixture of all. Like some people don't hear hip hop at all, but they'll see the names. Say they only know Travis Scott. They'll pick that name without even listening to this record.
You're right.
They also pick it for that reason. So I'm kind of surprised Killer Mike actually won for that reason because there's 200 plus people in the vote. And then and for me, Killer Mike is like an underground artist.
Right. Same. That's why I'm like,
for everybody.
Yeah. And I was surprised. I'm gonna be honest. I was surprised that a lot of kids and people under 25 didn't know who Killer Mike was. I was really
I'm not
surprised by it.
surprised by that.
Well, what is up?
I'm not surprised either because I don't know much about him either.
Wow.
And I feel like and like this is the culture podcast. I should know about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Well, I mean, do you guys know who Big Crit is?
Yeah.
I love Big Crit.
Yeah,
But do you
he's
think
fire.
people under 25 know who Big Crit is?
I think Big Crit is a little bit more.
He's like
relevant.
an underground, but he's to me like the same aspect. These are goats,
Yeah.
underground goats.
He's in that same realm. I think they're from the same. No. Big Chris, I think it might be from Alabama.
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah.
But
But these are people reminiscent of like Outkast, Big Boy
Yes.
Andre. You know what I'm saying?
it's all from that
The
tree.
South,
Yes.
man, the dirty
This is what we
South.
really consider hip hop. So
Mm-hmm.
the people who did the Grammys had to be some type of hip hop heads to even do that. And if you look at, I mean, Drake and 21 was up for nominees.
Right.
I was just about to ask that. Who else was up against him? So you say Drake, 21.
Well, Drake and 21 together their album.
with
Their album.
Okay.
21.
Oh,
Can you do
okay,
something
okay.
for me?
Damn, that was last year that came out. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 2-3 years ago that came out.
Oh,
But
yeah, facts.
but who was
Travis
up?
Scott album. For albums, it was Travis Scott, Drake's 21, Killer Mike, and it was a couple other heavy fucking
Didn't
hitters.
like Doja Cat was nominated for a bunch of shit too.
But see, Killer Mike won 3 Grammys, so I'm trying to think of all the
He
nominees.
probably got like I don't know
But
what
albums,
album he won.
Mhm.
I don't remember what all the, all the-
He did a sweep. It was a sweep of like 3,
It
4.
was like everything hip hop, anything that had to do with
Yeah.
hip hop, he was winning that shit.
That was
three
crazy.
Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out there. He was probably knew that who was on the board and was shaking hands with all of them, putting
But,
his
hey,
face in front of all of them. Hey, shaking hands.
But props to that because I got love for any artist, no matter how long they've been in the game,
Facts.
who can do something where
Mhm.
people don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
People know who Killer Mike is.
They know now because they do
People
the
know who he is because they people who didn't know. Look at us right now. We
Yeah.
talking about this. We're having a whole
Yeah.
podcast. We ain't the only podcast. We ain't the only people talking about this right now. You know, so power
It's
to
a beautiful
power to
thing.
him, man. He put his own money into this, and now he definitely making
At
that money
47 years old, it's such a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Why do that's the one thing I don't like about our culture in hip hop is that we put an age on stuff. I remember even when I was a youngin', I used to go back and listen to stuff. You know,
Right.
that was before my time. So I don't understand why this generation despises
You know what it might have seeded from? I'm high as shit. Shit just hit me.
Go ahead.
The goats of hip hop, the gods,
Mm-hmm.
Tupac and Biggie died at under 25.
Okay.
And they seemed like they were 35,
No, 'cause
40.
they're way
They were
more
way ahead of their
advanced.
time. So when you see people that's passing 25, 24, 25, they're like, they
Right,
older
they-
than
they're
Tupac and Biggie.
They can't be a goat because
Yeah.
the goats was young.
And I'm just
Yeah,
saying
they
that's
died
probably
young,
where
so
it's
live it.
seeded from. Because I mean, we're breaking that shit when we got Jay-Z dropping albums, Nas dropping albums, Killer Mike winning Grammys. We're breaking that shit.
We are.
But it probably seeded from there. But if you think the alternative, what if Tupac and Biggie never died?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There wouldn't be no age because you would have to keep looking at Tupac and Biggie at 40,
Yeah.
50.
Well, and that's the thing too is hip
Like if
hop.
Jay-Z dropped.
The hip hop culture didn't follow like rock. Like look, Aerosmith and all of these guys, man, they 60, 70 years old and
Yeah.
they're going on tour constantly.
Kiss.
You know what I mean? You don't see that a lot out of the hip hop community, but it's starting more.
Let's
You're
talk about-
you seeing it more.
Ozzy Osbourne saying that he didn't put the okay on the Kanye West sample.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
Kanye
he didn't
still
like
did it.
his reasoning was because he didn't like the anti-Semitic
Semitic.
stuff that was
Yeah.
going on. And
I don't
that's-
even like
and-
that
and
shit.
He you know, I'll give Kanye this. He came out and he apologized about that.
Of course he did.
He a crazy dude, man. He got his opinions. He's got his crazy, but I stand by that. He is a musical genius,
Yeah.
but he got some crazy views, man. And, you know,
That's what the world needs. Anti-Semitism shouldn't even be a fucking thing. It's the stupidest word in the world, bro.
I don't even think Ozzy Osbourne has the is able to do the green light on that record anyway. I don't think he owns it fully.
probably not.
Because he
Because-
released it. I'm pretty sure they got the paperwork right behind the scenes.
Right. And the
Right.
statement just said that Ozzy Osbourne doesn't want anything to do with Kanye.
Right,
He
so
doesn't say
He probably put
Ozzy
that
Osbourne
statement
is
out.
doing a lawsuit
He
against.
probably put that statement out knowing that it was about to come out.
Yeah,
It's about to come out. So once it comes out, at least everybody can see, hey,
I didn't like
hey,
it.
I know he did this shit. It look like it's featuring me, but it's not.
I don't
I
got
didn't
nothing
tell
to
him
do with it.
Hey,
It is, but I don't fuck with him. But it's about to come out.
right.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
and
exactly
what-
how.
and did something like that happen recently too? Like the last album Kanye dropped, Kid Cudi was on the song. He was like, "Hey, that's the last song you gonna hear when we with Kanye. We did that before we started beefing. He's just releasing it now."
I don't fuck with him. I hope y'all fuck with the track. I hate him. 2 Chainz like, it's your birthday. I hate Kanye, but birthday, it's your birthday. Nah, I'm joking.
Everybody
Man.
gets different versions of Kanye. When you with him, he's a Gemini.
I like
probably
the old
switch-
Kanye.
he probably
not the
switch
new
up.
Kanye.
Yeah, he was like, he was cool when I was with him, but I don't know who he is now. Like, yeah,
Ty Dolla $ign just released a statement. He's like, listen, we're dropping an album, but I don't fuck with Kanye.
and here's Google News.
Yeah. Speaking of
Sources.
Utopia, Travis Scott did drop an album called Utopia, but ironically, if y'all haven't seen the TV series called Utopia, that shit is crip.
Google's conspiracies.
Anyways, this is crazy ass series called Utopia that they stopped production at the pandemic,
It's a
November
TV series
2020.
on where can you watch it?
I saw that shit on this app, bro. I be bootlegging shit.
Bootlegging?
I be bootlegging
Pirate.
shit on this app. So I don't even know. It's
Allegedly,
yeah.
be pirating me.
Or allegedly. Yeah, web kid video cast. But yeah, it's probably on like Amazon or some shit.
Okay, so Utopia.
Yeah, man, this shit is called Utopia. Just to drop a little KC Kuko conspiracies on y'all. It's based on a show that was created in Europe in 2013-14. But what it's about is about the pandemic, the virus, the vaccine. And so America remade this show in 2019. And they got John Cusack playing what we would see as Bill Gates' role in the pandemic. Bill Gates had a lot of stand-up lectures about his vaccines. TED Talks about vaccines and the virus. He also slipped up and said depopulation a couple times. And if you watch this Utopia dope-ass series, it's called Utopia, you'll see that it's all about the virus. And then they got a scene where they got John Cusack talking about the virus was just for the vaccine, to get people on the vaccine. And the vaccine is to sterilize people so you can't have babies and depop. And then they ended production on this show in November 2020. They said, fuck this show. Gotta stop this show. Can't even make it anymore. Let's not even make it a second season.
November 2020.
We hot. November 2020. Not mid, the beginning
was just
stages.
cranking up.
That's
yeah.
right before the pandemic.
No,
like,
that's
shut
during.
down? That's during the shutdown.
January 2020 is
Okay.
the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then 2021 it took off too. But before 2021, November 2020, they ended production. Man,
Yeah, a lot
it's
of these productions are done like a year prior, 2 years
Right.
prior. So
and the making of it. I mean, obviously, it's based on a show that's from Europe in 2013-14. That's key because if we talk about these pandemics,
So the original show, you see, and I know you said the new show that they just remade in 2019, they stopped it.
he stopped.
But the original show, did they continue it all the way through? So you can know what happens in the story if you go watch the original show?
a little bit.
Or are we just lost in the dust completely?
Lost in the
We'll
motherfucking
never
sauce.
know what's really going to end up happening.
Lost in the Sauce, and it was a remake, so they were trying to add some more shit in there, and America killed it. Like, we killed our version. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Great production, great cast, great acting. Go check that shit out, and just so you could get a little further in the rabbit hole, that's my goal. Because I know everybody looking at the rabbit hole like, y'all looking at this red pill like, nah, man, I ain't gonna take. I'm gonna smell the red pill. I touch the red pill, but if you ain't gonna take that red pill
Blue
and
pill,
get
bro.
lost in the
It's all about
motherfucking
blue pill.
sauce.
All about
Yeah, take that blue pill. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance is bliss. I salute you too. I still fuck with a lot of blue pill motherfuckers that take the blue pills. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just think about, work, what you doing today, goals. That's amazing. That's a blessing. Once you take that red pill, it's too late. It's too late, bro.
Speaking of like Bill Gates, he owns like half our produce right now, and like,
Y'all tell me about that
what?
because I don't know nothing about
Yeah,
that.
he owns like a lot of farmland with a lot of our produce
In
and
America or
food
just in the world?
In America.
Okay.
I don't know
In
about
America.
the world. I just know America, bro.
So Bill Gates owns.
I do want to say something about Bill Gates.
Say it.
About
You won't.
obviously that's an evil motherfucker, man, but he's obviously the enemy. He
I
is
like
the
you,
white
Bill
rabbit.
Gates. You cool with me, bro. Whatever
Yeah.
Kuko says, I don't attach me
I
to
know
that.
nothing. He hates you. He likes you. I know nothing. I know nothing, Jon
Hey,
Snow.
listen, man. I told myself, man, at this day and age, with my music and my purpose, I have to deliver these messages because you will hear a lot of what you guys just said. Let's not get killed and unalived by the illuminators. You dig? And this is the world that we live in. So I was like, man, if I'm gonna do something and put my anyways. In Africa, Bill Gates created this thing. Bill Crates created some shit to where he could convert shit into water, poop into water, and he drank it. It's on video. If y'all didn't know this, Bill motherfucking Gates
So
shitty ass mouth.
Bill Gates, Bill Crates or Bill Crates?
Billy Crates,
Bill Crates.
Bill
He
Hates
drank shit water.
Bill Shitty mouth.
created the thing to convert poop into water, and he took a sample.
Yeah.
That's like that shit from Tropic Thunder. Ass sweat.
Oh man.
Ass sweat in the
But
can.
just to let y'all know, man, the kind of shit that he's on, literally, no pun intended, is just he's trying to get the world. I don't know, man. Go watch Utopia, bro.
What's up about all this nasty shit being turned into water? Then we have it. Then when this last episode we was talking about sewage water being turned into water. We already talked on.
Hey,
talk
watch
on
the
that,
water,
too.
man. Stu Peters got a dope shit called "Watch the Water," man.
Yeah.
You ever seen that the guy that makes like water out of like thin air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't that rain?
Is it in Michigan for like Flint, like around
Yeah.
something like that?
I don't get that. Ain't that rain? Don't like water coming out of thin air. Ain't that rain?
Well, he
It's
has
condensation, but out of the sky.
He takes
Moisture.
the moisture out of the air, and he has a machine that turns into full thick, clean water.
Damn.
Yeah.
There's also what's it, Mitchell Mutombo or some shit like that? What's his name that created fucking energy out of thin air, out of frequency?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say his name.
That kind of goes into, or you was talking about last week. You was talking about the light bulbs, how the light bulb companies had a great design of a light bulb that could last like 1,000 years.
The guy's name I was looking for is Maxwell Chikumbutso. And it's about he's from Africa, and he created fucking energy out of thin air or frequency, and he would power a whole TV up with no wires, and that's the thing he's working on. But that's just out of thin air. But what was it?
You was telling me. I know about that guy. He has like this whole thing that he got arrested like a couple times too, and they try to poison.
They tried
him
to poison
too.
him in America. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
Maxwell Chikumbutso.
That's wild.
I'm
son.
just and this is shit that we need to talk about, man. I will always use up all of my time talking about shit like this, putting this red pill.
That's
into
what you're here
y'all
for.
ear.
Cuckoo conspiracy.
Back when I was going into,
Facts,
you was
bro.
telling me about the light bulb guy, that the light bulb companies that they used to make the light bulbs so good they used to last like hundreds of years, thousands of years, and
I didn't say hundreds of thousands of years,
Yeah.
but
a long
a million bajillion years.
That Energizer Bunny kept going and going.
So
Shit.
go ahead.
All right, so a little bit of rabbit hole shit because I'm trying to get y'all deeper into this shit so y'all can open y'all third eyes. It's called planned obsolescence. And what it is based on is basically, and so supposedly to today, there's this light bulb from the 1930s that's still lit in this fire station somewhere in America, probably Detroit, somewhere up north, I believe.
Mhm.
And it's still lit and never shut off from like the 30s,
That's crazy.
right? And they stopped making light bulbs the same way because the light bulb companies was like, yo, we making these products so good that we're not making any more money. We done sold and they bought it and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It lasts forever. So they changed their method
So
and
they're
strategy of making.
stepping on their product.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that
That's a
all
good
companies,
analogy right
they
there.
cut their
Yeah.
product. They
That's
cut their
crazy.
product. They cut their product. They put a little baking soda in all of their product so that it doesn't last you as long so you could come
That's
back.
crazy.
You understand? And that's what all
I mean,
companies
if you
is
think
called
about it,
planned
though,
obsolescence.
that's as a business person, would y'all not do the same thing?
It's the root. It's business.
You got to make that money, right?
It's
feel-
business.
I
But
feel like-
that's in all products though. So if
You don't
notice,
want to give. You
the
don't want to give them.
microphone goes out after 1,000 hours, or you know what I'm saying?
Like these XLR cables, bro. We barely use these. I go through these like every maybe three months.
Intentional.
and I have to change them up.
and it's
change them out.
intentional.
TVs. I noticed I have a TV from 2009. Works perfect. Still works to this day. I already went through 3 TVs newer than that TV.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm
It's
like,
planned. It's
Yeah.
called planned obsolescence, and it's just a little peek into the rabbit hole.
Is that fall in the same category of how the iPhones, like they always with the updates with the iPhones and shit?
Yeah, they
You
got
know what I'm
sued
talking
for that
about?
too. Yeah.
Think about it.
I feel like I don't know if it's still going on. I got an iPhone 8.
yeah.
I got an iPhone 8 still.
And it works good.
It shit don't charge. It don't charge, but you know how they said the iPhones would like if once they got to like the iPhone 12 or if you still had a 9 or a 10 or whatever, they start slowing it down to force you to go get your upgrade.
To be
That's
honest,
life, bro.
that was the last. I think Steve Jobs' design iPhone was that one. After that, I kind of feel like it went to shit. Now they just add little tweaks to it now. But
right.
But yeah, but that was the last solid good iPhone. What happens is with those, you said you was talking about the battery. The battery actually eventually, that's what they say is wrong. Happens eventually throughout the years. The battery just goes bad.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But we went on a tangent about that. Back to Kuko's conspiracies.
Also, I guess let's talk about this motherfucking movie called Transcendence, which is starring Johnny Depp as the main dude, and very similar to the other movie.
Man's a goat.
It's just like predictive programming and shit. It's about AIs. What it's mainly about is Johnny Depp plays this role of like this famous tech guy in America, super rich, you know what I'm saying? Into the latest techs for America, and he it creates AI, and he ends up getting cancer or some shit, and ends up dying and putting his conscious into the computer, the AI, and becomes like just takes over like all of the internet and shit like that. His consciousness. And guess who plays a cameo 2 seconds? This movie came out in 2014. It's called Transcendence. And Elon Musk pops up in that movie in a cameo for 2 seconds. For 2 seconds, just to show you I'm here.
Just be like, yo, this movie by me.
Yeah.
This movie by me.
Johnny Depp was doing a TED Talk, and Elon Musk was in the audience just like this.
So both of them was in the
For
movie.
2 seconds. Yeah, Johnny.
Bill Gates
Elon
and
Musk did a
Musk was
cameo.
both in the movie.
This is a Johnny Depp movie. Elon Musk did a cameo where he was in the audience just like this. Listening to
I feel like I have
2
seen that movie.
seconds.
That's a
I think I
motherfucking-
did see that movie.
That's a
It's been long
motherfucking
time.
Easter egg that they put in there.
That's a big Easter egg because the movie is about Johnny Depp is playing Elon Musk. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I was insinuating with some famous American tech guy. That's Elon Musk, and he plays a cameo for 2 seconds. In 2014, we probably wasn't even talking about Elon Musk like that. 10 years ago.
No, he wasn't even a name like that.
2 seconds in the movie, a Johnny Depp movie where Johnny Depp is Elon Musk. It's about AI taking over the world. And Johnny Depp, Elon Musk, having a disease, taking his consciousness, downloading it into a master computer, uploading it into what becomes an AI, creating himself virtually. The movie's called Transcendence, man.
I gotta watch it.
It's a dope movie.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
And the girl
That do
from
sound
The
crazy.
Town, if you guys remember the movie The Town with Ben
Well,
Affleck.
didn't
There's a
Elon
little girl.
Musk? Didn't Elon Musk? Oh, well, Elon Musk can't even talk over here. Didn't he come out with like some chip that they just finally did
Neuralink.
they did the first human trial.
Yeah.
They just did it. Isn't that almost along the lines of what you're talking about?
10 years ago, they made this movie.
Wow.
So they must have
Isn't that what they?
Yeah, that's basically
predictive
yeah.
programming.
10 years ago they made that movie.
And he's in
Elon
the
Musk
movie.
is in the movie, and now
got
Elon Musk
Neuralink.
is doing it.
Because they
For
gotta
real.
tell us. 'Cause they gotta tell us.
The karmic motherfucker.
So if you haven't seen the movie, and I feel like I have, it's just been a long time.
I'm
I don't
sure you
remember it
guys
like
have,
that.
though.
I'm about to go back and watch it because
Johnny Depp.
maybe Elon Musk knows something,
Not maybe, bruh.
and he was telling us something with that movie.
They are telling us
knows.
something with the movie Utopia. They are telling. Listen, man, if y'all haven't taken the red pill, I recommend y'all take the red pill just a little bit. Just cut that bitch in half. You know what I'm saying?
I
Open
climb
up
the
with your boy.
highest mountain.
That's what I'm here for. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Kuko's
Damn.
conspiracies.
Hey, so I mean, we hit music up. We hit up Kuko Conspiracy.
We hit up music a little bit. Me and you heard the Usher album and a little bit of the Kanye album today.
That's right. Let's talk a little bit about the new music that came out because Kanye's album came out with, and we keep calling it Kanye's album. That's a little
Everyone is
disrespectful.
though. Everyone's calling it.
It's a little
Vulture's the
disrespectful,
Kanye
guys,
album.
because Ty Dolla $ign is also a musical genius.
Facts.
Man is incredible, bro. He
Yes.
plays fucking every instrument. He sings. He raps. He got lyrics. Bruh,
Creative
he's a producer. He does it all.
Wait, so
Um,
so did Kanye do a Kanye and just he didn't put it as a Kanye slash whatchamacallit
Dollar
album?
Sign?
It's
he
it's
did?
not a Kanye album. It is a Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign album.
Oh, okay.
Every single song from start to finish is co-produced and written by the two of them, plus other features and other people added on throughout in certain songs. But
It's a Kanye.
I mean, I feel like it's a great collab. The two of them have done a lot of stuff in the past. What's that song? I feel it fade.
Yeah.
And that shit went hard. But they're a really good collab. I feel like they're a really good mixture, a little good dynamic duo.
Mm-hmm.
We listened to the album on the way over to the podcast. It was good, man. From what I like I said, it was one listen. I would say out of the 15, 16 tracks, I'd probably say there's like 10 of them that I'd probably continue to listen to.
I only heard like 5 of them, and it just was dope.
You
Great
definitely heard more
production.
than that because we were
I didn't-
listening to it together.
I didn't
But we
listen to
kept
the
running them
album.
shits back.
we listened to the album twice, bro.
Oh,
For
so
real?
that means it's good then.
Yeah, but and then as far as the Usher album, I mean Kanye, bro, that's a given. You already know he about to put out a classic. It's very rare that he
It
misses
really
when
was
he puts
really
music
good,
out.
man.
Can y'all go
Um,
more in depth about the Kanye before going to Usher? Can y'all go in more in depth
I
about it?
cannot.
Like I said, we
need
gave
more
it
time.
we gave it one listen. So we'll maybe on the next podcast we'll get
Okay.
a little bit more into depth. My favorite track on it though, it's like a little dance party track, up tempo shit. They I forget who's on it. They think they do have a feature on it. I forget who it is, but they sampled, which is like the 10th, 15th, 20th time that this song has been sampled. But Back That Ass Up, man, by Juvenile. They sampled that
Ty
track.
Dolla $ign and Kanye.
Yeah, that's the album. What we talking about?
No, I mean that single. track.
Yeah. I'm saying that's my that was my favorite song so far. Like I said, it's one listen that might change tomorrow. But the song that stood out the most to me was I think it's called "Do It."
Yeah.
The name of the song is called "Do It." They sampled Juvenile. Juvenile's "Back That Ass Up." Shit
Who
went
knew?
hard.
Who knew that Juvenile track would go so hard like 20 years later, bruh?
Everybody's sampling it. It's been sampled, like I said, 20 times.
If not
Did he
flow.
did he sample the Backstreet Boys joint? Was that on there?
See, I didn't hear
I didn't
the
hear
album. That's
that.
what I'm saying. I didn't hear the whole album. Me
No, we
personally.
listened to it, but I
Nah, bro,
I
I
mean,
feel like you switched to the Usher album real quick. I was like, man, I heard like
bro,
6
the whole
tracks.
time. All right, so my dog was giving me a haircut before we came to this. Before we came here, the whole time he gave me a haircut, the Kanye album was on. The whole time I went and jumped in the shower, the Kanye album was on.
Well,
when
when
I
you
got
did-
out the shower, the Kanye album was still on. While we were getting finished and getting ready, the Kanye album was on. We got in the car, we listened to a couple more Kanye songs. We listened to the album 2 times, bruh.
Yeah.
And then we skimmed through the Usher album.
When you went to take a shower, I went to go take a shit at the other bathroom.
Oh, okay, but the music was still playing, bro. You could-
based off what you guys heard, based off today, would you say it's like because I know Kanye album, each one is completely different from the previous.
Right.
Would you say it's a mixture of the previous albums? Would you say it's completely different?
I'd say it's different from the last album. I would say this gives me more Life of Pablo vibes.
Okay. I like that.
I feel like it's a little bit more variety of the different types of Kanye
Yeah.
rather than one. You know how like what was the one that had like Skinhead and all that stuff on it?
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like, okay, Kanye's doing some weird shit for this album.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like that. Like he had some weird shit. He had some poppy shit. He had some. It was a lot of stuff was sprinkled in. I think this is gonna be a classic. I think, in my opinion, and I know a lot of people who are huge Kanye fans gonna hate me for this. Don't hate me. I love Kanye's music. I think he's a musical genius. But I was not crazy about Donda. I'd probably say there was 4, 5 songs from Donda that I still rock with today. But I feel like for me to say that I really like the album, I need more than that.
Yeah.
From what I heard from
You
the
feel me?
Vultures album, you could when you listen to it, you could see his handprint in
Right.
every track.
From Vultures, I feel like
Like, you
right
can-
away you already know you gonna
This is
get. It's like at the very least, every other track you gonna fucking like.
Oh yeah.
At the very least, every other
If you're a
track you gonna
Kanye
like.
fan, you're gonna love every track.
Right.
If you're not a Kanye fan, you're gonna definitely love
Every
some
other track
tracks.
because he got some songs
For everybody.
Exactly.
But it's his handprint, his seasoning is in every track.
right.
every
I feel
single
like-
track you could feel like, yo, this is a Kanye track.
I feel like adding
Every
Ty
track.
Dolla Sign too to get those harmonies and those runs, that just brought it that super like. I mean, it's already Kanye, but adding that just really commercialized it for everybody.
Man, I love Ty
You know what I
Dolla
mean?
Sign's music, man. Sound.
But yeah, regardless, I feel like it's a really, really good project. Great way to start 2024 with some really good music.
It's beautiful for the culture, man. It's a big thing.
Overall, so it's overall good album then.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Now
Yes.
let's move on to the Usher.
All right, so moving on to Usher. Usher, one of my all-time favorite artists, period, of all time, any genre. I was telling Kuko, I was like, that was probably the first artist I ever wanted to be when I was a kid. And I was like 5, 6 years old.
But
and
Jay
My
really,
Way-
his
My
favorite
Way-
artist is Bow Wow and Backstreet Boys. So.
Hey, don't get me started, bro, because Bow Wow was my shit growing up.
A lot of
And
people.
Backstreet Boys was my shit too, bro.
So whenever he
I'm
says
halfway.
things, I'm like,
I'm halfway. I'm half black. I had the best of both worlds. My mom had me on NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, some rock and roll. My dad had me on some soul and hip hop with some
Nice.
Usher and Biggie and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had it. I had it all. But yeah, man.
Usher been that dude, man.
The Usher album, we didn't listen to it as in depth as the Kanye album. It was a lot of music to listen to, and music just came out Friday. It's Saturday, so we had literally less than 24 hours to give a good listen to both of these albums.
So what's your opinion within the 24-hour period? Because sometimes these albums, I know you listen to it for a week, and then after that you kind of forget about it. Would this be an album?
And then other ones grow on you.
Yes.
Other ones, like the more you listen, it's like, damn, this shit. You know.
Mhm.
I would say when we was listening to Usher album, there was a lot of vibes. So like you listen to a lot of songs. There weren't right away. There weren't a whole bunch of songs that were like, damn, this song is fire. But everything was like, man, this is nice, easy listening. It's smooth.
Mhm.
It kind of gives you a little bit.
I loved it, man.
It was reminiscent of like an 8701 Confessions Usher. You know what I mean? Where he was really giving you some more throwback vibes than some of this modern stuff. Obviously, he sprinkled some of the modern stuff in, but I feel like he was really trying to pay homage to the older version of Usher.
Yeah, it was pretty good. All of
And-
the beats was rocking. All
Yeah,
of the
but he
beats
had-
was lady.
He had a few songs on there after the first listen that we had to like rewind it and play. We was like, whoa.
Run that bit back.
Run it back.
Mhm.
That was crazy. And man, Usher's so talented, man, bro. Not just with his performances, his dancing and all that stuff, but literally just the way he puts his music together with his runs, with his harmonies and all that stuff too. So, but I forget what the name of the song is that we really rocked with.
We ran that bitch back a couple times.
Yeah. But he got a few on there. I remember there was one on there too called Bop.
Yeah.
And then he sampled that one from the A. I
Mm.
forget what it was. The
Mm.
A. And we'll touch back up on that again once we can give
Yeah, we're gonna do
a little bit more listen.
We're gonna do a Usher and Kanye West follow up after 1 week and see if we can still listen and see if anything you caught on to, like anything we caught on to.
Facts.
Okay.
And they two completely different vibes, but they are two legends, two Hall of Famers,
Mm-hmm.
two Mount Rushmore candidates in their perspective genres,
That's
areas.
That's a great rollout for Usher since he's doing like the Super Bowl this weekend. So
Facts. And he
Great
did it
rollout.
on purpose. He knew what he was
yeah,
doing.
of course.
He was like, I'm gonna drop. I got this album. He been advertising this album for like a year. He like, I'm gonna hold on to it though. I got this residency in
Mhm.
Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
When this shit come to an end, I got the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We drop it right at the Super Bowl. Everybody gonna be paying attention. Album out.
Would you go to the concert and sit in the front, let them serenade your ladies? Huh?
Oh,
You know what's
shit.
funny? You know what's
Hell
funny? I was at the first Las Vegas show,
Are you serious?
The
I didn't
very
even
first-
know that.
and it was like 2 years ago.
And
bro.
he serenaded his lady.
He been there for 2 years doing that shit.
Wow.
And let me tell you, bro, that's probably one of the best shows I've ever been to, and it's so dope because it's so intimate. Because it's not a big venue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not,
I like venues like that where it's intimate and it's just
bro. You could have had the worst seat in the house, and you would have felt like you was right fucking there.
fire.
That's how dope this venue was, bro.
Hmm.
And the venues was only getting even better in Vegas now that they just did that the ball
the ball. Yeah.
or whatever. That venue's lit. But I forget. I think it was MGM. The MGM hotel is where Usher was at when he did the residency.
Okay.
But it was he didn't serenade my girl. Thank God.
You lie.
It's like I sat in the back.
Low key, I probably would have fanned out and let him do it. I probably would have been like, damn. And then I probably would have been like, I probably would have been like, see this? I got her after.
Not to go on the tangent, but what's his name? You know him and Romeo Santos. You said they do records together.
Pause.
Romeo Santos actually was known for that from back in the day. He used to actually grab guys' ladies in front of the guy, and the guys used to be so cool with it. Romeo Santos would kiss a girl in the mouth and everything. I see. You know,
Dios mío.
the Kings. Nah, but he used to. The guy boyfriends used to make a joke about it and turn completely around and be like, "Yo, do what you want to do with my lady." Yeah, some cuck shit, bro. Like,
Fuck that.
not to go on tangent, but just to throw
Not
that
all
in
of
there.
that. You could, it's funny because me and my girl had a conversation about this too. She was like, if you know, because Usher got in trouble with like Keke Palmer and all that shit.
yeah,
so when that happened, like me and my girl had a discussion. She was like, would you let Usher like dance all up on me and shit like
So why
that?
you asking me that, yo?
I was like, this was my response. I was like, would you let Rihanna dance all up on me at one of her shows? She goes, hell yeah, I would. I was like, well, bet. Then yeah, you can too.
Because Rihanna gives off a kind of a masculine energy too. So I feel like girls will be okay with Rihanna, but you gotta choose somebody super sexual. Like
fuck all that.
I don't know.
Give me a little Coil Ray.
Ski.
Give me a little Coil Ray.
I need a Doja Cat, a Coil Ray to come and give a Nicki Minaj. Just fornicate. I'm trying to make a porn bake. Hey, come on, man. Hey, but it's way different, man. Think about guys and girls' perspectives, because all bitches are gay. All bitches are bisexual. All of the bitches.
They really are though.
My
Even
beautiful
the ones that
wife.
aren't are.
My beautiful wife used to be bisexual, and she told me she would fuck Bad Bunny and Drake if the opportunity came up. Because I always tell her, I'm like, she like,
Well, those are
yeah,
not
when
girls,
we-
but
I was about to say,
No, my wife.
I don't know how this fits into the conversation,
and so obviously, if I would have flipped the script,
yeah.
like it's different. I should be able to do that, but
you should be
can't.
able to fuck Bad Bunny and what you call it too?
No, bitches, flip the script. I should be able to fuck Drake and Bad Bunny and not having it out.
Would you give your girl a pass on
No,
that?
that's what I'm saying. No, I would not. But if Rihanna was to fuck with us, come
I would.
on.
But I was about to say,
She
I
should
would
be like, okay.
I would give my girl a pass if I was given a pass at the same exact time. It's like, okay,
I would not. I'm not cool
If
with
can
that.
we? If like say like if like Chris Brown and Rihanna or something, like we can go swinging. We switch.
You trying to swing?
We can do some shit like that.
Yeah, my moans are gonna be louder. I guarantee that. That'd be the worst. That'd be the worst in the switch. You'd be like, she don't moan for me like that. Like what?
Oh man, this is a terrible vision.
I ain't never gonna have that. I ain't never gonna have that problem.
I don't know, bro.
Oh.
Drake got his dick pics just posted. Supposedly they
So,
leaked.
allegedly.
They leaked those.
They got leaked allegedly.
And supposedly, I don't know, man. A lot of people talking about horse meat and da.
I don't know about y'all, but I found out. How did y'all? This is funny. This is funny. Let me
My
ask.
lady told me.
I was about to ask you. I was like, how did you find out? I was about to ask you, how did you find out about Drake's picture?
Yeah.
How'd you find out?
It was in my algorithm.
Jay.
It was in my algorithm.
It was in.
Thank
I
It's
God.
not
found
in my
out.
algorithm.
I didn't know. I woke up,
Hey,
bro.
Freddie got some suspicious algorithms,
Hold
bitch.
on. I didn't
It
see-
ain't in my algorithm.
I didn't see the actual video on my
This nigga
algorithm.
got
Just
I
Drake
still ain't
talk.
seen shit. That's all I gotta say. I seen the memes, the reaction memes. I ain't seen shit.
yeah, that's what I've.
I
That's
got
what
no.
I see.
I got no plans on seeing it.
Nah. Freddie is in his algorithm.
Nah,
He saw
yo.
the whole.
Nah, I didn't see it. Thank God I'm not on Twitter anymore. I don't be on Twitter anymore. But if I was on Twitter, that shit would have been right on.
I just
I don't
heard
even
about
have
it.
a Twitter.
Yeah, but yeah, I just like you, just people talking about it is on my algorithm. and I'm like,
just
yo.
like you. Nah.
Bro, I woke up. I barely brushed my teeth. My girl was like, "Did you hear about Drake?"
Yeah, bro.
I was like,
did you see
I was like,
it?
I just woke up. I was like, I just woke up.
you
I
see
didn't
it
hear shit
too?
yet. I was like, I ain't even heard shit. She was like,
She just woke up.
She was like,
Oh hell no! I would have left the house and cheated. What you
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
my experience. My experience was Drake's dick is on. I'm like, how you seen it already? Like, she looking for this shit, right?
Yeah,
She
they all
knew when
look
Trey
crazy.
Songz's dick was exposed, when Chris Brown's dick, she knew that when everybody's dick.
Yo, they're worse than us. They're just like us. What are we
Drake's
talking
dick
about?
just came out within 53 seconds. My wife saw that shit.
You gotta hit him back with the babe. Did you hear that Emily Willis is hospitalized right now?
Who the fuck is Emily Willis?
What's that?
Come on, y'all.
And then he gonna be like, "That's my side bitch, man. I just fucked her. She in the hospital."
Y'all don't know Emily Willis, bro?
No.
So y'all don't watch porn?
No.
Yes, I'm
watch
a very.
Popeye.
I'm a fluid.
So Freddie just lied to everybody on camera.
Do it like that.
Freddie just
It's
lied
not
to
really
everybody
like-
on
I
camera
don't really
because
have to
everybody
watch
watches
porn.
porn.
No, I watch.
I don't know like.
I said you watch. I said you watch porn. I said you watch porn. Freddie said.
Yeah, I knew. I'm not that I do it. And I need to do it.
Me? Never. Oh, man.
Porn? You say porn?
Yeah.
I
man,
love porn. Porn is a
she's-
beautiful thing, man.
She's a top. She's a top.
Emily Willis, but you watch it, and that's why your right arm is bigger than your left arm, bro.
I mean,
That
it might be.
motherfucking Popeye,
But I'm ambidextrous.
Jacker man.
And sometimes when you got kids, bro, you gotta.
I'm ambidextrous.
They be cock blocking. You gotta
Oh, you telling
make
me,
them
bro.
bathroom trips and good.
My wife hates that shit, boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is way better than cheating, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Or,
up and do
I'm not
that.
even
You feel
interested
me?
in pussy.
Mhm.
You feel me?
I'm not even
You
interested
ain't got
in
no
other
urges after that. After that, you just
Actually,
like, I'm good.
after I
play
bust
some video
that nut-
games.
As soon as I come to my senses. Right after I
There
bust
you-
that nut, I'm not even thinking about other women except for my wife.
Wheezy F baby, Wheezy F baby. As soon as I come to my
Wheezy.
senses.
The most sucio dark time of my life was when me and my lady were going through it, and she was pregnant at the same time,
Ooh.
and it was COVID.
Okay.
I wasn't getting no ass.
The first step is admitting.
Stuck in the house.
Uh-huh.
I got so freaky, bro. I can't believe I'm even telling this shit on camera.
Say the shit you about to say.
I got so lusty and freaky. I was like,
Lusty.
I can't.
with your chest.
You got lusty.
I cannot keep beating my meat. I need something.
I need to take these headsets
tell me you
off
got a
because you
pocket
saying
pussy.
beating my meat.
You got a
I-
pocket pussy.
I started shopping for fleshlights.
Oh, the pocket pussies.
So yo, this is my darkest,
Fuck we doing
lowest
right now?
moment.
Fuck we talking about?
This is my darkest, lowest
You ran
moment ever.
into Diddy at the
This
store.
supposed to be a conscious podcast.
Listen, so I buy this thing.
CCP for real.
I forget that I ship it to my next door neighbor.
Why you forget that?
No, but I don't know how I forgot that shit.
You cool with him?
Yeah, I know that he died, so it's like an empty
This
abandoned house.
story
Oh, okay.
gets worse.
That's better.
The story gets
Hey, at
crazy.
least ain't no one there to pick it up.
So I'm hyped. So I see, it got delivered. Word. I look outside. It's like, I'm worried. It's not there. And then it clicked. Oh, the next door neighbor. So I ran across the street, grabbed the box, run back to the house, look around, run to the bathroom, open it up, got excited. I even got the suction cup to go on the wall.
The fuck up. Shut
Yo.
the fuck up.
Yo, I got so
the
freaky, son. So I'm excited like a new kid. I just opened this new toy.
Oh.
Put the suction cup on the wall, twist the fleshlight on there, get the lube, I'm in the shower.
What the
This
Bro.
motherfucker did more preparation for this shit than I do for actual sex.
Yo, so
He prepared more for this than actual sex.
I'm hitting this shit, and then I look in the mirror, I'm like, yo, what am I doing right now? So that's when before the postpartum nut, before I even nutted, I got postpartum nut. I was like,
postpartum nut.
I was like,
PPN.
yo, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, this is who you become, son. Is this who you become, bro? I'm over here looking crazy in the shower, thrusting, and I'm like,
Why would
yo.
you have a mirror there to look at yourself?
In
Bro.
the bathroom? Why
You know
do
what I
you
mean?
got a
But why
mirror
would
in
you
the bathroom?
in your eyesight though, like
Yeah.
to look at yourself?
Well, the mirror was there.
Even though
was
I
behind
jack
the
off
door.
looking
I'm
at
sure
myself.
he wasn't happy about it after he
Bro,
seen
when
it.
I see myself, I was like, yo, I look like a
Bro, you
fuck.
never
I
want to
look
see yourself
nasty.
dirty. Motherfuckers be thinking it's like the movies, and they be looking sexy as fuck when they be having sex, but that is not the motherfucking case, bro.
Yo.
Bruh.
Yo, the worst. That was my lowest point. I was like, yo, I took that shit off the wall.
Bruh.
And
Was
just
that
did
the
a
last
regular-
time you used it?
No. I didn't put the suction cup on the wall. I stopped doing that shit.
Hold on,
Oh
hold
my
on, hold on.
God.
So I was just using
Now
a
I
regular.
could vision that.
Yeah, yeah.
You put a suction cup and had a thing to attach
Yes,
to the wall.
That's what
at
made it worse.
Pussy height, back
Yes.
shots height.
Yeah, and the shit wasn't
So
moving.
the shit looked like a dick sticking out the wall, but you was putting your shit in it.
Yeah, basically. Hey, yo, but
No, but if
when
you had,
put it
if
that
you,
way,
if
it's
you
not
had,
crazy.
if you had butt cheeks surrounding it and
Yeah,
around the wall, and
yeah,
it felt like a glory hole,
It
butt
would have been.
cheeks,
It would have been different.
you would have been wait. You would have looked in the mirror and been like,
Yo, so
winning.
probably. but
cheeks.
the rhythm wasn't
Oh,
right. I'm used to
shit.
cheeks, hitting. You know what I'm saying? So that shit wasn't right. It was just
He's
like
on camera.
picture, picture like a flashlight and like a pocket.
Flash or flesh? I can't
listen.
unpicture the flesh.
But
Say flash first.
Let me explain. Let me explain it to them. So a picture of a flashlight and then
Flash.
let me say it. Hold on. So picture a flashlight and then a pocket pussy stuck into it, stuck against the wall, and me thrusting on the wall. Just and I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, "What am I doing, son? What the fuck am I doing out here,
man.
son?"
Oh wow.
Darkest moment. I kept it for a couple weeks after that, and then one day I got postpartum, like a real deep postpartum nut, and I said, "What am I doing with this?"
What is
thing?
a postpartum nut?
And
Yeah, what is that?
when you nut and then you like, why did I do this? You never get that one. Yeah.
I've had those. I've had those. I've had those.
Let's call it a post-mortem nut.
Yeah, one night
Those
stand.
are-
That's
those
when
are-
you normally get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are one night stand nuts.
Yeah. So
Those
I
are
ain't
like-
never felt like that.
so one day I was like, what am I doing with this thing? It was an Abella Danger pocket a flashlight, and I threw that shit in the garbage.
It was in a Bella.
It was-
Do you know who Abella Danger is?
No.
I know you know who.
No,
Abella
I know
Danger
who
is.
Abella Danger is. A lot of
Okay,
people out
thank
there know
you,
who Abella
Thank
Danger
you.
is.
Anyway, Emily Willis, because we got off track when I was telling her, right? So Emily Willis,
Go ahead.
she just OD'd. She's a she's
Mm.
a pretty famous porn star. That's why I'm surprised y'all don't know, man. Y'all slacking. If y'all watch porn,
Is
y'all
she a white
slacking.
woman? White girl?
She is white.
I don't watch
Sounds
too
white.
many white girls.
You gotta. I like variety.
I don't remember the names of white girls.
You gotta live. You gotta.
I'm
live.
so sorry to say that. I love all
sounds crazy.
women. Yeah, that sounds crazy as fuck.
I
'Cause there is
like
some that I
like
do know.
variety in my porn because
Yeah.
I'm loyal. So you getting the same. You gotta get the same stuff back home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Get variety out there.
So I got the Latina at home physical, but then I got the white girls.
No. It ain't,
Kelsey
like,
Monroe.
it ain't like I'm getting white girls every time. No. You switch it up. It's like today I'm gonna do a white girl.
Nah, Kelsey
Today,
Monroe,
today,
there's some
today
good
we
ones.
got a Latina. And then tomorrow we got a black girl. Then we got.
Yeah.
I want a big girl. I want a thick girl. I want a tall girl. I want a small girl.
What I like looking up is like random bitches in casting. I literally type in casting.
The new joints.
Ba, ba,
fresh.
ba. Yeah. I don't want to.
There's this new joint called a Willow Rider or something like that. She fire.
I
Some
seen that.
yellow bone joint.
I
She
seen-
fire.
Yep, I seen that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Curly hair?
This podcast went so
Hey,
left.
hey, curly hair.
This is not for the culture.
I'm
This
trying
is
not
all
to tell
culture.
you.
We covering all cultures. It's called
CCCP.
Where
This
we
was-
discover the culture.
This is-
Yeah, man. But
Nah, there's a handful of bitches, no pun intended.
yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna take a piss while you guys talk about bitches real quick.
Go ahead.
Do you mind?
yeah, run that.
Let's talk about porn.
So not Willow Rider, but go ahead.
But yeah, it was just, it hit the news. It was funny because it was the same. I think it was the same day that the whole Drake leak picture came out. That's why I kind of threw that out there. I was like, so the same way that all our girls are coming to us about this Drake pic, what if we was going to our girls like, babe, did you hear about Emily Willis?
she's like,
She
who
was like,
that?
what the hell is that?
Yeah. Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible. You know what's sicker? You know how many people probably went back and after finding out she passed away, going back to beat your meat.
Oh, she ain't passed yet. She
Oh,
ain't
she ain't
passed yet. And not that I'm
Oh, my-
aware of. She's in critical condition. She OD'd. They-
Even with that, imagine people going back and be like, "Oh, let me check this girl out now that her name is out there as
Yeah.
being in critical condition." Nasty man,
And,
nasty man. Award goes to you.
Sometimes maybe they're like, I ain't never heard of her before, but now that I've heard her name, let me see what she about.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness gracious.
But anyway, you know, we all loyal, so that's
Mm.
and
I'm
the
loyal
thing-
now.
And you know what? Oh yeah, I've been loyal for my past 2 relationships, and that's it.
That's good.
Yo, edit what you just said.
No,
We are
I'm loyal now.
men. Yeah, now we're gonna have to talk about what
This
you
relationship. Now.
Just said. Oh, yeah. That's confirmed. We are loyal.
Thank you for helping me clean that up. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was like, hold the fuck up.
Because she has been listening. She's like, yo, let me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You
for
said
sure.
this, that, and the third. Oh, no, man, that's just of entertainment. Don't worry about that.
Oh yeah. That's what I try. I'm Cuco Cigar when I'm on a bitch. I'm not.
Stupid.
You dig?
Anyway,
That's some wild shit.
Anyway, we was talking about, you know, getting back to the real culture. Anyway, this is the CCP. You know,
Culture Coverage Podcast.
welcome back.
Where we cover the
Um,
culture.
We was talking about Usher and his album.
Usher.
Let's kind of wrap that back around to the Super Bowl. He got the halftime show that he's about to do. This episode might actually come out after the halftime show. But how do y'all feel about Usher doing the halftime show? You think that's a good pick for this year?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
you could tell us you went to his performance.
are there other artists?
I'm pretty sure there will be. They'll be surprised people. There's always
So from what I've heard so far is Alicia Keys has been spotted at one of the rehearsals. So I can hear my boo.
of course.
But just R&B during the halftime?
Oh no,
I feel like it needs a balance.
I don't think it's gonna be just R&B because
That's what I'm getting
I
at.
also heard that Lil Jon is gonna be there.
That's dope. But
That
they
makes
have
sense.
a track called Yeah together.
Yes, but you know how they do. If he gonna have Lil Jon come out there for
10 minutes.
they might do a little mashup for a minute or two of some Lil Jon.
Atlanta
Do
stuff.
the A town storm.
That's right. If they do that-
the A, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the A, bro. You know Usher from the A, so he gonna give love
Yeah.
to the A.
Oh, it's going to be Atlanta?
No, Vegas.
but that's where he's from. So
Wait.
he always
Oh,
puts
yeah.
Atlanta
Both of them.
on.
Both of them.
Where is it at? Vegas, right?
It's in Vegas.
Vegas, okay, to make sure.
And that's where his
Oh.
residency's been for the past 2 years.
Oh, that's perfect for him. You don't have to do no commuting and right there, next door.
It could be an amazing
Good
show.
for him. So he been warming up the whole year for this show, basically.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
You don't have to go nowhere.
Yeah, that guy's
Got
good.
30
man.
minutes.
Good for him, man.
For real.
Good
But
for him.
I feel like it's gonna be a good show. I saw him on his first show in Vegas in his residency 2 years ago. My lady took me for my birthday. It was fire. One of the best shows I ever been to. We got super close. We was able to see him, so I know he's gonna put on a great show. That's what he
I
does.
wonder if he's gonna do it in skates too. Did he do your show in skates?
Oh yeah, bro. He was in skates for like half the show, bro.
Fire.
Hell yeah, rollerblading around the whole motherfucking stage and shit.
Mm.
I was like, if that was me, I'd have busted my ass at least 10 times.
I hope he does that record. 7 o'clock in the jump.
That's what Lil Wayne said. Lil Wayne was on somebody's podcast and he was like, all I know is he need to sing 7 o'clock.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
He
That's
didn't even
crazy.
say the name of the song. He said it exactly how he
That's
said
crazy.
We
Someone
see-
watches this nigga and be like, he got me away. I
he
swear to
said
God,
it.
I never saw that
We
shit.
CF baby.
So that's good. We have a good we in common there.
it. Yeah, that's
I just
definitely-
love that we are talking about artists like Killer Mike, Usher, Kanye West, grown ass men in the
This is our
culture,
generation.
covering the culture. This is our
This is
generation.
our
We grew up on.
generation.
These are
Facts.
men over 30 years old who been in the game, been showing us the ways, beating the younger crowd. Not saying that we all in competition. Me, myself, personally, I'm trying to bridge the gap as other people are bridging the gap. But I love that we're talking about Usher right now. 7 o'clock came out 25 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So long, 20 years ago.
Probably more.
Probably 25.
That was like
No, that's
98,
not- that-
99.
About 25.
That's scary.
Yeah.
About 25 years ago, because I remember I was like 5 years. I'm like, yeah, it's
And
around that time. That 25,
It's scary
30.
when people tell me 2015 was like almost 10 years ago. I'm like, whoa, that's
9
like
years.
yesterday, bro.
Facts.
Time. You know what? The COVID time, them 2-3 years after COVID, 2-3 years went by. But not to go on a tangent about that, but yeah.
Well, speaking of Usher doing the halftime show, do you guys have any memorable halftime performances that you guys remember in whether it's recent history or just period since y'all been alive? Like, what's y'all favorite Super Bowl halftime show that y'all have ever seen?
Janet Jackson,
With
Justin
titties!
Timberlake.
With the titties!
With the titty, man.
Titty alert. Titty alert.
into
Titty.
this song.
Titty alert.
You know what's crazy? I actually stepped away to the
At
kitchen.
that time?
I'll never forget it. And I was watching, during that time and during that Super Bowl, and I walked away to the kitchen and my uncle was Theo Petey, shout out to Theo Petey,
I
was still he was watching. I thought he was lying. He was like, "Oh shit, I seen a titty! I seen a titty!" He was dumb hype about it. And I ran, it was already covered up by that time. I went and
That
of
shit
course,
was like 2 seconds.
yeah.
2 seconds. It
By the
was
time I
live.
got there, the titty was put away. I went online like, oh, I gotta see this titty, yo. Yeah, so I went online later as a kid and was like, yeah, weren't I, you?
Put the suction on the wall. He puts the suction on the wall and
That
puts his
shit-
dick in the suction.
That shit, I seen it. I seen it happen live, and I didn't even know what I was like.
He
I was
puts the
like,
suction
I
on
was
the
like,
wall
I was like,
and
was
puts
that,
his penis
was
in the
that, was that
suction.
real?
He looks in the mirror and watches it.
I thought the Janet Jackson thing, I thought it was part of the show. Like,
I did too. Like that's
Yeah.
why I was like, okay, was that real? I was like, did they do that?
It was choreographed and timed.
yeah. And she
it
had,
was
she
live
had
in
the
the
whole
school.
wild piercing too, like a
Right.
star
It
piercing.
was like a
on that
star.
shit.
Yeah, it was like a.
It was a part of the
star-
choreography as
Yeah.
far as like the.
Right.
It was all on beat.
That's why there was that whole thing. Like Janet and Justin kind of beefed after Because Janet was like, Justin did it, and then Justin was like, no, that shit malfunctioned and made it look like it was me. I don't. So I honestly, I don't remember what
he was the
actually happened.
She was mad because it was a malfunction, and she was mad because everybody put it on her,
and he didn't do anything to protect her.
Yeah, he kind of just stepped away from it, and they got MTV out of the show. Where MTV wasn't no longer a part of it. MTV went, I think, after her, kind of like sued her, kind of on some.
I'm sorry, I've already taken the red pill, and that shit was planned. Sorry, guys.
They're planning and it went wrong, and then they try to say malfunction, right?
Planet Jackson.
Everybody planning was cool with it, right?
I think it was planned too.
Yeah.
He literally said, "I'm gonna add a naked body into this song."
Oh, he says that too.
Pay attention to the signs.
Oh, I didn't notice. That's what he says in the lyrics.
Signs.
I'm gonna add a naked body into this song.
And he rips it off. Boom.
And the beat drops and the titty come out.
Why else would she have the wild piercing there?
Think about it.
Come on, bro.
It's live at the Super Bowl.
That's why when I was watching it, I was like, did she just fucking do that?
Yeah.
I was like, I get it. But this like rated E for everyone. Why is she doing that?
Live. You can't undo it live.
That's crazy how he did the Homer Simpson. We're right into the bushes after that. Let her have it. Like, wow, that's right. Everybody was mad for a long
Shit, I
time.
done that shit too. Cause
I was happy for a long time.
People were mad at Justin last week for the Britney thing. He went out.
Did you guys know that Justin
I feel like
Timberlake?
Britney whack for putting him on blast like that.
Oh, what happened?
Britney bringing up shit that happened between them like 30 years ago.
Like what?
Now,
Say
when he's
something.
fucking married, I think he got a kid too, don't he?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Tell me.
But she pretty much was talking about, because you know Britney and all her bullshit and all her drama, all the crazy shit. that
Yeah,
she was
Illuminati
going
got
through.
to her.
All her knives, dancing.
Red pill. The bitch
Crazy ass.
It's a clone. It's a clone.
Used to love Britney back in the day, but
It's
I
a
don't know
clone.
what the fuck happened to her.
It's Britney, bitch.
I lost my train of thought.
Justin Timberlake and
Britney
Britney
Spears,
Spears. She brought something up.
She basically brought up some stories saying, "Oh yeah, me and Justin got pregnant together, and he made me have an abortion.
I never heard this.
He like convinced me to have the abortion, even though I didn't want to have the abortion.
I would have been a fire ass kid.
And it's like, bro,
Talented.
It really would have been a fire.
Yeah,
ass.
talented.
Might have been a little crazy.
Yeah.
Might have been crazy, but it would have been super talented.
It'd have been a white
Super
Kanye.
talented.
He would have went through things. It would have helped him build character. That kid, though, but
You know, but
never happened.
and
Alternate universe.
I think. I mean, this is just me thinking because nobody knows what happens behind closed doors. Because we see crazy Britney. From what I've seen from Justin, he seems
Diddy
like a
knows
pretty
what
stand-up guy.
happened.
Seems like a pretty stand-up guy. Seems like a pretty cool dude. But yeah, man. I feel like that's kind of fucked up, regardless of if it's true or not.
How old were they?
That shit happened 30 years ago. 30 years ago. How you gonna put this man got a whole new life and family now, and you gonna have to put all that negative attention on this man's life now. It's like, okay, y'all could have dealt with that in the moment and then gotten over it. But now, because you want to do your whole tell-all shit, you want to put everybody else's business on the street.
The reality of
including
it-
yours. It's one thing to put your own business on the street, but if you put in your business and that includes a bunch of other people's business too,
That we all know.
I'd check in with those motherfuckers before you put that business on the street. because-
Especially we talking about the credibility of crazy ass Britney motherfucking Spears.
right.
The credibility of Britney Spears recently versus the credibility of a Justin Timberlake. All Justin Timberlake has to do is just look in the camera and deny.
Exactly.
And we don't look at him as crazy.
Right.
So we're gonna listen
And
to
for
him.
all we know, we wrong. But it's just this is on the outside looking in. That's how most people are going. to take
Britney
it.
Spears to the world looks crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah.
Right today. Your
she
your
already has that
perception.
label. She already has.
She
that
already
label
has
now.
that perception of everybody
yeah.
could label her as. You could pull up a video right
You
now.
think-
And
you
the bitch
think-
looking retarded.
You think
Insane.
the
real.
what was it called? The conservativeship that she had? Was it is that what it was called?
Oh yeah, her dad was.
I don't know if that's the proper word that I'm using, but she had some shit where basically her dad controlled her business,
her
decisions.
assets, everything.
career.
Right.
Guy was out there buying boats and all.
Right,
kinds
so-
of stuff. Yeah.
So it's funny. I had conversations with people since all this Britney Spears stuff has been going on. It's like a part of me feels like maybe that was a good thing. Because if you've noticed, ever since everybody remember her documentary came out and everybody was like, "Oh, poor Britney, poor Britney. Her parents didn't. Her dad didn't let her do anything. She was a slave. She didn't get to do nothing. Her dad kept her from everything. She didn't get to be who she wanted to be." And when during that time, she was the fucking queen white celebrity.
Yeah, facts.
If you was a white girl, that's who you wanted to be when you grew up. It was Britney Spears.
Well, this industry,
when she was under her conservativeship with her father.
Yeah, this industry has a way of making you crazy though. The way people move.
But the second she got to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do, she jumped on Instagram Live and started doing weird ass shit
with the knives.
Everybody started thinking she was crazy, and for me, I'm looking like, yo, who on her team? It ain't got to be her dad. She got to have a manager or somebody that's saying, can you stop doing the crazy shit?
And that's what it all comes down to. If you don't know yourself, the shit, if all three of us was to post some shit, right? Or record it before posting it.
You got more drink?
Nah, I really don't.
Good, that's good.
We would be like, have a swivel of this. We would be like, nah, don't post this. Nigga, you look crazy. You look like a fucking idiot. So she's not in her right mind. Nobody knows why. But at the end of the day, I took the red pill, so I think that bitch is like, the industry done got to her. But her credibility is gone, bro. She is a crazy person to the world, but she wasn't like that before. She was not like that before. So why? There's things that we just don't know. So we just don't know the whole situation of things and the deal that her dad worked out to get paid.
Or maybe she's always been crazy and she just had a good publicist and manager and they knew how to cover it up.
Maybe. But if you look at older videos of her and look into the eyes of that, she has a soul before. That soul, you can't really recognize it now. And I'm in the rabbit hole. That's all I'm saying.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly
you could see she was... Yeah. Back in the day, she would never post anything like she would post today because she was more aware and conscious of.
You see it all. It's all in the eyes, Chico.
She's crazy. She's crazy now.
Scarface, yeah.
Now she's Yeah,
you could tell because it's like people, not to go on a tangent about it, but like people in high school, they go through things in life as adults, and you see them now as adults, and you just see it in the eyes. It's just that same person ain't there. Yeah. And that's exactly what you're talking about. It's just like you see the crazy in a little bit, like I know what you're talking about.
They took that on.
Oof. So kind of getting back to where we were, Kuko, do you have a favorite Super Bowl halftime performance?
I don't watch sports. Kuko does not watch sports.
You've never watched a halftime show?
Fuck no, maybe a little bit, but I don't have a favorite. But I did see like some of the highlights of the ones, and the one with Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg looks fucking crazy. And they brought, did they bring 50 Cent on that one?
Yes, they did.
That would be, I would have to say, just off of that lineup, that's my shit.
I was actually gonna mention that one too, and say that even though it was last year, that might be one of my favorites.
But I can't personally compare it to other ones because I'm
the
just
the J-Lo one was cool. Shakira. I think J-Lo could have did it alone, to be honest. But
I love Shakira and J-Lo.
I mean, it was nice to have some sexy women up on stage dancing, but I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah, I'm half Puerto Rican, so that was a thing to watch.
I got a random thing to talk about that we didn't talk about that I was going to talk about that we could talk about.
Let's get it.
Hold on, before we go into that, also the Beyonce. That Beyonce show was legendary. That Super Bowl performance.
That was the Lemonade year, right? That was the year with
I want to say yes. I want to say yes, but I might be wrong.
Her shows are always top notch. Yeah. She's the queen.
And that was the peak of like Black Lives Matter, and she did the marching thing, like Black Panther type vibes, and that was
all that I was playing.
Well, my favorite too. Before we move to your next subject, my favorite, other than the one that I was gonna mention last year's with Dr. Dre.
I just remembered
Snoop and all that. But I'm a big fan of Justin Timberlake, and I feel like his.
You would be, bro, because you were a fan of Backstreet Boys and Lil Bow Wow, so you would like NSYNC.
Why you say it like that though?
I'm about to say
Jay is one of the dopest R&B singers I know, so this correlates with him listening to those songs. I ain't never heard. I don't like it. I don't want it that way.
Just so you know, NSYNC. Justin Timberlake was in NSYNC, not Backstreet Boys, but I fuck with both of them.
I know you do. That's why
I didn't even catch on. He did say that.
But both of them was fire. Anybody who disagrees, they just hating, or they just hood niggas who don't fuck with that kind of music.
Facts.
Jay was in sync with the Backstreet Boys.
I fuck with good music. Whatever genre it is, if it's good, I fuck with it.
I like that.
Backstreet Boys was the shit back in the 90s.
I'm about to blow y'all minds with the next shit I'm about to talk about.
NSYNC was the shit in the 90s, and don't get me started on Bow Wow, bro. We can have a whole podcast about Bow Wow because
he got a good discography.
Yes,
you know what? I'm trying to transition to something else.
As he got older and became an adult, he was regular. But when he was a kid, bro, when he was 12, 13,
Mickey
14,
Mouse up
15,
on the
16 years old. That motherfucker was
He's iconic.
one of the greatest rappers in the game, bro.
Yeah,
Because
you
I was,
wildin'. Let's talk about it.
Because I was just like, bro,
Freddie is nodding his head.
Because I was a kid, bro.
You're wildin'.
Bow Wow, I think Bow Wow was probably, he's probably your age because you a couple years older than me.
Yeah,
Wildin' too when you said that. You
gotta give respect. You gotta give respect to where respect is.
You
it
feel
does
me?
not
Like,
do there.
Like what rapper? I mean,
Chad?
things are different now because now you got 15-year-old rappers coming out like fuck this nigga, kill that. No, you know what I mean? Shit's different now. But in that era, bro, you was not under 18 making a hip hop career.
No.
That shit was not happening, bro.
Unless she was Usher or Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Bow Wow was doing it, bro. And all I know is I was like, bro, I want to be in middle school and be the motherfucking shit. I want to be in a freshman in high school, but be the motherfucking most popular nigga in my high school.
And that's,
You know what I'm saying?
I actually saw front seat of that. He actually always used to go to my basketball camp, the Vince Carter basketball camp.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, he always used to show up every year and play in that camp. So everyone, he showed up and he walked in the room. Everybody,
Whistle.
yeah, I actually got hyped because I actually packed one of his shots, and I went home. I thought
Say it again.
Like Mike?
Yeah, you would have thought
Bro, like Mike.
Bro, I got when I went home. You would have thought I was so hyped about that. I talked about that shit for weeks. I'm still telling the story about
Hey
how
man,
I
I'll
packed.
still be telling it.
Yeah. That,
Remember that time you packed Bow Wow?
Calvin Cambridge.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, that's my story.
Real
Yeah,
life.
That's where my basketball peak was, and then that's it ended.
You
That's
packed
it.
Bow Wow and you was like, I'm gonna do other things.
Yeah. Basketball ain't really for me,
Hey, so Bow Wow, hey man, don't get it twisted, bro.
Now we got it twisted, man. You talking crazy.
Bow Wow was that dude, bro.
No, he was not.
Yeah, bro.
He
Chad
was
Moss?
when he came out. He was even though he's around our same age, he was a lot shorter, so he came off as a younger artist than us. But he was around our age.
Bro, he was
And-
12 years old talking about bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay, where my dog at? Hey, come on, bro.
Bars.
Well, when I say that is,
Bar.
well, the time he was out, I was a little bit more ahead. I was more on my Mobb Deep, Hove, Nas phase.
No comparison to Bow Wow.
Yeah, I really wasn't on that wave. You were
I'd
like
rather
you-
listen
you-
to Bow Wow than them
You're
guys
like
you
about
just named.
5-6 years younger than me. So
Same.
I'm 32.
Same.
yeah, about 5 years.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there one day.
So I know Bow Wow probably got like 2 years on me. He probably like 34 or something like that right now. Something like that. So I just remember being 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a small dude.
Pause.
I'm only 5'8". You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
me and Bow Wow probably the same height. You know what I'm saying? He
I'd
probably
be shorter.
you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I just remember this, but I was like, oh, this little dude, bro. I was like, he
You felt it.
taking over. I was like, I could do this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how he made me
Oh,
feel.
so he
made
inspired
me,
you.
Yeah, he made me feel like I could do this shit.
Okay.
Like I like, and it was crazy. He made me feel like I could do this shit now. Like I didn't have to fucking wait till I got older to fucking do it. You know what I mean? And honestly, he might have been half the reason that I started writing music at a young ass age because
didn't
I'm
know
like,
that.
because I'm like, yo, I started writing music when I was 10. I was 10 years old. My shit probably sucked. It probably rhymed, but made no fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I probably imitated and took a lot of shit from,
That's what we all
from
do.
other artists that was out there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I started my craft of writing when I was 10. And it probably was Bow Wow that really like pushed me over the hump to say, let's do this for real. Because kids can fucking do this shit too.
Yeah, Biggie inspired me personally when I was rapping. So I was just like, I used to take his rhymes and act like they were mine in the cafeteria. Like, you look so good, I'll suck on your daddy's dick. So imagine a kid in middle school saying that, singing that shit. But nah, I had to take-
Big pause.
That's funny you said that because I probably took the most shit from Tupac when I first started. When I first started writing raps,
yeah.
I was literally taking like Tupac's flows
Mm-hmm.
and just changing the words.
You change the words to that. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot that we get inspired. We make a whole jumble pot of different artists we like in this.
Yeah.
Then we become ourselves. And then eventually put ourselves into it in that mix. And that's how artists I think are made, bro.
Facts.
By inspiration of that.
We
bro.
get influenced by them.
The last thing I want to mention, seeing as we talking about what inspired us to be artists, because this kind of just came out of the left corner. We weren't even about to talk about this, but I do want to make a shout out my best friend Rizzo. He ain't here. He ain't here
Riz.
today. But his older brother
Mhm.
is actually like the reason, like the main reason I started writing music. Because I was 10 years old and my stepfather was worked with Rizzo's father, right? So we would get together every once in a while because like the parents would get together for like dinner or some shit, and then the kids would play because we was little and shit.
Yeah.
But I remember being real little and shit, probably like 9, 10 years old, and we was probably like playing video games or some shit, fucking around, and then we went into Rizzo's older brother's room, Charles. And when we went in there, he had like a little home studio set up and everything, and he was working on the track. And we were 10 years old. He was like, "Oh, this is
cool as
you know
hell."
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I don't.
Like, this shit cool as shit. That was it, bro. That was all she wrote.
That'd be all
That
you
with the mixture of Bow Wow being a kid and rapping, I'm like, oh, kids can rap.
That's how that was.
And
it.
he got the fucking tools right here.
Yeah, this is when you're a kid, you see that. It was probably like a rinky-dink setup, but we see that as a kid, you're like, this is so cool.
Bro, yeah, as a kid, you see like a little closet studio, and you were like, bro, I'm at Dr. Dre's shit right now. You know?
Yeah.
I would take pictures of this shit, like the little soundproof and shit on my closet walls, and be like, yeah, at the studio.
Yeah.
Clocking in, bro. Clocking in.
Before MySpace, on USpace.
Nigga, before Pro Tools, I had some like $100 fucking software. Shit was called like Mixcraft. I think that's what I recorded on. Mixcraft.
You had to use Yo
like,
Tools.
like $85, $85.99.
Wow. I used to have a little. I had a computer, and I used to just dangle the mic. It wasn't even a recording mic. It's like the mic you use for like webcamming.
Yeah.
I used to dangle that shit over the speaker, and somehow knew how to balance it to where that wasn't too loud, but you still heard my vocals. And that's how I used to record all my records.
That's
Lit,
crazy.
lit.
That was fun
crazy.
times, man.
These
When
are
me and
back in
Riz-
the days.
Yeah, when me and Rizzo first started recording, it was out of his laptop, and we recorded through the microphone that was on the laptop.
Yeah, you
we
see?
didn't have we didn't have a microphone. We
Yeah,
just
no.
we ripping, I rhyme and I rip.
Hey.
This the way I dial and spit.
Yeah.
Back in
Good
the
times.
days when I
Hey,
was
man.
young, not a kid anymore. But I did want to pop up with a quick little thing because you had said something about Jennifer Lopez, and just wanted to bring up that the woman who killed Selena,
Ooh,
Yolanda,
yeah.
is coming out next year.
They releasing her.
bullshit.
Here, releasing Yolanda, the
Not
woman
next
who
year,
ki-
this year.
I heard it. If you look it up, it says 2025 in May or
She's
March.
She's up for
March.
parole then, right?
In March 2025.
And she got a documentary coming
I heard
out.
She's about to come out of jail from killing Selena and
And-
get millions.
She about to come out of jail, and she about to
They're
release
gonna-
a
they're gonna
documentary
offer.
that's a tell-all on her side of the story.
Chameleons.
They're gonna offer. She's gone. She's out of here.
You think
No, yeah,
you
she
think
might.
gonna be killed when she gets out.
Hell yeah.
But
You
I'm
think
just
she gonna
saying.
killed before she gets
But-
out.
Just
She-
saying, she's about to make millions when she comes out, though.
Wait,
Whether she
wait,
lives
wait,
or dies.
Wait, is she up for parole and they haven't decided?
She
or-
will be released. They're talking about documentaries, interviews, blah, blah, blah.
So there's already confirmed she's being released because they
Yeah.
might deny it.
March 2025.
I heard it was confirmed that she was getting out. It's
Oh.
just
Either
a
way,
matter
this
of
is the
time.
word that's going around.
She's out of here. She better have witness
No, yeah, of
protection
course.
on witness protection.
Anything for
Salinas.
Of course.
Wow. The fact
But-
that she's getting out is crazy.
And she didn't get life. And she's supposedly coming out next year in March.
Wow.
That's wild. Yolanda. So yeah, if y'all didn't know this is a thing that is being talked about.
Yeah.
I thought when people was talking about it, I thought she was coming out in 2 Mondays from now, in 2 weeks. But it so happens that it's next year.
Yo, nah. Get out of here. Pack up. Get out of here.
Yeah, she gonna get murked. But if she moves to another country, change her identity. But supposedly she got this documentary coming out,
Yeah.
interviews. So she's gonna make a lot of money and people gonna know her face.
Yeah.
But like you said, I agree.
If she's smart, she'll get protection. She'll be around for a little bit.
she
but
can't go to Texas.
I feel like people will be after her. But she
That
might,
lady is going to be the most hated lady in the world. when she
Yeah,
gets
we
out.
all seen the movie, bro.
Yeah,
We
you-
all wanted to kill the actress
And
who
that go-
played
Yeah,
Yolanda.
she couldn't get gigs.
For real?
She couldn't get gigs because she played Yolanda in
Bro,
Nigga,
and she
nigga,
was
think
an
about
extra.
that.
She was in that movie for like 15 minutes.
I
at
believe
max.
that because when I think of her, I only think of the actress who played the bitch who killed her.
'Cause that's all we
Every
know.
scene.
That's crazy.
So the fact that you know that other people think the same thing, she couldn't even get gigs because of that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Tyler Perry had to step up, and because he's kind of known for that, and
He's kind of
hired
known
her.
for fucking motherfucking Monique
Yeah,
and
I
fucking
know.
on people
That
and
too.
fucking people. Fuck Tyler Perry, bro. All these faggot ass people, man. Fuck all of that
Whoa,
shit, bro.
Yeah, the F word to you.
Nah, my bad. I've been drinking and smoking and shit.
Edit
Nah,
point.
edit all that shit.
I can't be
ain't-
part of this podcast with that word.
I ain't say he was. Here you go with these words and shit, man. Ain't no canceling and shit. Man, we woke. Take the red pill.
Speaking of the Tyler Perry, Monique has been going off on Shay Shay's podcast, going crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, Cat Williams, what did you start, yo? That shit,
It's
Bro.
a beautiful thing.
What y'all
Cat
say?
Williams, man, he
Y'all
might
said
be a
it's
miserable
dragon year,
dude.
right?
Uh-huh.
It's dragon year.
I feel like, hey,
Dragons
I
make
feel
that
like y'all
sound.
ain't the only one who's on that wave because there's a
Are you
lot
talking
of
about drag
shit.
queens? Are you talking about drag
No,
queens?
I'm just
Oh,
talking
okay.
about. I'm just
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
this.
Shay
year in
Shay's probably
general.
on. Shay probably on his dragon year because the way his podcast has been turning up.
He blowing that F up.
What?
But hey, what
Let's
did
look into that.
what did Cat Williams say in his podcast? He said 2024,
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Right? Something
the
about
truth about to come out.
He did say that.
The truth will be revealed in 2024. And little do you know, Cat Williams interview, Diddy allegations, Vince McMahon allegations, Jonathan Major allegations. It's like, bro, we ain't even get through February yet. We ain't even get through February yet, and all this stuff is happening. But now you got Monique. You got Monique now. Is the latest interview on Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp is blowing up with his podcast, and she basically came out confirming a lot of the stuff that Cat Williams was talking about.
Yeah. She
basically-
called Cat Williams her twin, like her soul twin. You know what I'm saying? Like
And basically it was just like, thank you for coming out and speaking this truth, brother. I don't know all the history. I know she got a lot of beef with DL Hewley. I do know that there's a situation with Kevin Hart, where apparently Monique got beef with Tyler Perry for something.
blacklisting her
Okay. And I guess
in some type of way.
when she spoke
with
with
Oprah.
Kevin Hart about this, Kevin Hart went to speak to Tyler Perry on her behalf, on Monique's behalf.
You know what it was? It was Oprah and Tyler Perry did that movie Precious. They co-produced it together. And Monique only made $50,000 to be the mother in Precious. $50,000 to play that role. She obviously felt a certain type of way. And during the
That's a
promotions,
big time movie. It probably made a lot of money.
that's not a lot of money. $50,000 for a
It's not.
fucking Monique,
not.
a Monique. And then for the they wanted her to promote the movie after the movie came out, and she was like, and they wanted her to promote that movie for free.
Right.
They only gave her $50,000 for the movie Precious, and they wanted her to promote it like across other countries, travel and promote the movie
So you
for no
got travel
extra
expenses?
expenses.
No, that's crazy.
Just the
That's crazy.
$50,000 they gave her for the movie Precious, and that's it.
So basically, that's the time. I did not know that. That's crazy. And if that's true, Tyler Perry, get your
she
shit
said that.
together.
She said it on the podcast.
If that's true,
Shay.
Tyler Perry, get your shit together because that's not right.
And on top of that, Tyler Perry, and this is some weird shit. Tyler Perry went on to TD Jake's church, donated $1 million to TD Jake's church. And if you watch the video and shit, in that silly ass video, Tyler Perry is doing the Holy Ghost, putting his hands on TD Jakes. TD Jakes is catching the Holy Ghost from Tyler Perry. Real talk.
Shouldn't that be the other way around if he's the reverend?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a reverend or not, but
It doesn't matter,
you
but
would-
it's just the
backwards.
situation.
It's weird.
It do
yeah.
seem a
Tyler
little
Perry
backwards.
looking like the ultimate.
I did not know.
Reverend.
I did not know that he had ties to that. But the simple fact that he got connections with TD Jakes is already suspect because TD Jakes having those connections
Swallowed up.
with Diddy is super suspect to me.
Swallowed.
What does a pastor need to be doing at a Diddy party?
Party.
Mm.
Regardless if he's partaking in anything, you gotta know there's some Christian shit happening at this motherfucking party.
You know that, but back to Monique.
Here we go. Yeah, we've already had that conversation. Back to
Yeah.
Monique. So her other allegations was with Kevin Hart, and I'm finding this hard to stomach because I love Kevin Hart, man. I really do. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. I think he's just a great energy, brings great vibes to any project or anything that he does. So it kind of sucks hearing all these allegations 2024 coming out about Kevin Hart. But I guess
He's
Kevin
next.
yeah, I guess hopefully he gets his ass on Shay Shay and explains himself. But I guess he kind of reached out to Tyler Perry on Monique's behalf. He didn't tell Monique what the conversation was about, but after he had that conversation, he reached out to Monique and he was like, Tyler Perry doesn't want to revisit that conversation. But as far as me and you, let's go get this money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not worry about this shit. Me and you can still go work and go get this money. Let's go get that bag.
You're like my sister, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Like you like my
auntie.
sister, you like my auntie, you like my mother. I got respect for you. I'm not gonna do you dirty. Let's go get this money. Let's go get this bag. I had a conversation with Tyler Perry. He still ain't there, but we got this.
Mm-hmm.
Was basically the message. And then I guess a week or so goes by and his people calls her people. My bad, bro. His people call her people, and I guess his people are like, "Oh yeah, Kevin Hart don't want nothing to do with you."
Change of heart.
Yeah, and then he went back and said, "Oh, that's basically." She hit him up. He was like, "Oh, that's a miscommunication. I'm gonna get back to you. There's something wrong." And after that, she never heard from him again.
And that was.
But
it.
he did pay her he threw her some money to hold her down at around this time, before this time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
To
hear
cover
that part.
him. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah,
said
yeah.
that. She said it. She admitted
She
that.
said it herself. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Hart held her
That's
down.
right. And then she said
That
she
held
paid
her
that
down,
she
which
paid
was
back,
very
And then
important.
she paid back with interest. So she did give Kevin Hart some love for when her family was in a time of need, that he helped her out financially. And she did eventually end up paying him back with interest. But yeah, all in all, there's still some shady stuff coming out about Kevin Hart. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about it because I love me some Kevin Hart. Pause. Man's funny, brings great energy to everything he does. Having such a positive vibe with all this negative, and allegations coming his way. I don't know. For me, I feel a little uneasy about it. But hopefully, things can get cleared up and beefs can get squashed, and all of these people can just start to get along, man. Because I like all my idols, all the people that I look up to, all the people that I think are really doing their thing. They should, man. Come on, we just gotta work together, bro. Can't we all just get along?
What happens is in this industry, when you dealing with people, sometimes one doesn't mix up with the other. They might have their own little squirrels, and what happens is that, oh, you hanging with this person, I can't hang out with you. I'm in business with this person, I'm gonna just stay away from you. What they do is I call it they industry you. They kind of ghost you. In this industry, they ghost you a lot, and they're in your face, they smile in your face, tell you we're gonna do this, we're gonna work, and then you never see them again. And that's just the way that in this industry, you just gotta move like oh, okay, he ghosted me, not catch feelings about it.
If you think about it, it's almost like is what we out here in Central Florida. We got a little creative industry in Central Florida where we know videographers and photographers, studio owners, producers, and artists. You know what I mean? It's like you think about it, like how many times have you probably ran into an artist at a show? We did a show with a bunch of other artists, the artist showcase, and that artist came up to you and was like, "Bro,
Yeah.
that shit was fire, bro. Let's work. Let me get your number, blah, yada, yada, yada."
Yeah, you don't hear from
You ain't
them
never
again.
probably talked to that motherfucker ever again after that show.
Yeah.
How many times do you think that probably fucking happens in the real industry?
It happens. We're in the industry.
Yeah.
It happens. Even with people showing love. I have this other podcast that I also do, the High Hanging Fruit podcast. People are like, "I love what you do," blah 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 blah, and I'm petty. So I'm not petty, but I remember things. I have the memory of an elephant.
Same.
Giving me all the support in person. Bro, you never liked nothing that I did. You never liked it. You never commented on it. Some people would DM me. They didn't like it. They didn't write a comment, but they'll DM me. "Oh, I love your podcast, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you for your support. But engage.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit a like.
I'm not that petty.
Share it.
You know what I'm saying?
But I get that.
Why you got a private behind the door support me? Support me in
right.
front of everybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So everybody will engage. I need
Exactly.
engagement. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's important, man.
Little weirdo shit like
Well,
that.
that's why Orlando.
It's important.
That's why, and I just want to put this out there. That's why Orlando has not popped off as a unit yet.
Yeah.
Everybody want to talk like, oh, Miami got their shit, Atlanta got their shit, New York got their shit, LA got their shit. How come Orlando can't? Orlando's a big ass city with a lot of fucking talent. How come they can't? Because motherfuckers are selfish.
And they gatekeep too a lot too. A lot of gatekeeping. They'll go ahead and they'll find a connect, and then they won't share that connect with us.
Yeah, there's a lot of gatekeepers. They're keeping all the gays away from us, and that's cool, man. It
This
is what
guy.
it is, man. Ain't nothing crazy to it. But at the end of the day, man, whenever you get money involved, that's when shit gets weird. Because we talking about all of these goats: Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, Monique, Tyler Perry. The root of it is follow the money. Oprah, you know what I'm saying? Follow the money. Like at the end of the day, as a human alive right now who enjoyed their entertainment, we want to see them all come together and be together and all be happy. You get money involved, you start talking about Kevin Hart giving money, not giving money. Tyler Perry, Oprah giving money, not giving money. We don't give a fuck about the money. Give a fuck about none of that shit. Monique's stand up is as good or as bad. No one would care about what Cat Williams is talking about if he was not funny, the funniest motherfucker that we know. Have ever heard of. So at the end of the day, from a culture coverage, perspective, CCP is just about art and what we appreciate, what we wish we could see. It's just more love and unity. But once you add money to it, it's the root. And so you're gonna see some evil shit in the background.
People sow, they sow.
Like they say that Monique's one of her biggest things that she was talking about was that her being underpaid, as well as like Taraji P. Henderson and other women. They saying specifically Black American women and acting and comedy just not getting what they deserve and shit like that. And so that just adds to my point of money.
Not only not getting what they deserve, but almost even being targeted to an extent. Because there's an incident too that Monique talks about in her interview. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. She was in a like a Christmas movie. I think it was called like The Last Holiday or something like that. When she was on that, the trailers blew up. And apparently Taraji P. Henson, she went and told like the producers or whoever was running the set, and she was like, "Hey, we smell gas. We smell gas coming out the trailers." And they were like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Moments later, luckily nobody was in the trailer. The trailers blew up. Monique went on Instagram on live and got pictures. It's out there. You could see it. If anybody was in there, they would not be alive today. So it's like, was they targeted?
Are you trying to say that was a hit?
I don't know.
That's what Monique is implying in her interview, at least to me.
And they went and they didn't even ask if she was okay or if Taraji P. Henson was okay. They said they asked, "Do you guys have the wigs?"
You still got
they was worried more about the wigs than the body and the lives.
Ain't that crazy?
That is nuts, bro.
Yeah, that's real life though.
And this is an episode of CCP, bro. We're gonna close that out with there, man. Wow. Yo, y'all got anything else to say about that?
No, I got a whole bunch of shit to say, but if we closing it, we closing it.
Yeah, bro. We got to close it out. This is the CCP podcast.
Culture Coverage Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Jay Lamont.
Freddie Focus.
Kuko Cigar and EP.
And we'll see you next week, baby.
Cheers.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yeah.